how I'd grow a car channel from a 0 to 100,000 subscribers in 2025, or in these last 4 months up until 2026. So we only got a couple months left. I have grown my automotive socials to over 1 million across all my platforms: Instagram, YouTube, and TikTok. And I've been doing this full time for about 4 or 5 years now. So I'm here to share with you guys what I would do if I were to start over. I want to make this very natural and calm. I did upgrade my Loom, so now I can talk for more than 5 minutes to you guys. So sit back, relax. Hopefully, I can share some insights with you that will be helpful for you guys. And if you'd like more information, I have a link down below. You guys can jump into a free community, but we'll talk about that later on. Let's get started here. How I would start over with no followers if I had 0 followers, no fancy gear, just a car in the driveway. Here is exactly how I'd grow a channel, our automotive channel, to 100,000 subscribers in 2025. You can do it within the last 4 months of 2025, but this also travels over into 2026, of course. And, it depends on how much work and effort you guys put into it. And that's going to be the results that you will receive. Everything is measured on the outputs. So, especially with social media, the more output you have, the more results you are going to see. So, first tip I would say is to pick your lane, literally and figuratively. I know it's a little bit of a play on words. Build content around one car or a project that people can follow. This is a very interesting topic because there's so many different routes that you can go. One, if you have an automotive business, you can make content around your automotive business to be able to gain followers and obviously gain business. Two, if you want to build an automotive brand, that's a different story. You might have multiple different cars. Maybe you have a bunch of different cars. If you want to build an automotive brand, like say Donut Media or Throttle, whatever that might be, if you want to build an automotive brand, you guys might have a little bit of a different output here. But I think one of the best ways that you can grow fast and easily, and one of the best, I think, personal brands that you can build right now on social media, because you can branch that off into many different avenues, is just pretty much being yourself. Maybe brand it as something that you like, whether it's like Driven Media or automotive videos, whatever it might be. You can or even use your personal name. Starting off by building a following based around a smaller demographic and really targeting those people is going to be a great way to get your first base, and start building up from there. You're kind of getting, you're learning these ropes. You're starting off. You're not overcomplicating it. You have one car that you film on, and you're building your base from there. From that, you're building your base community, right? That you can start off, and you can build a really strong community with just one car, either make or the model. Say you're working on Subarus and you're working on a 2004 Subaru WRX, or an STI, whatever it might be. You start making content around that car, you're going to get a good audience that's really, stuck with you. And then from there, you can start to build off of that, whether that's you stay with Subaru or you build along the lines and you find another car that you're interested in. But I would recommend, make it simple for yourself. Choose one car that you want to start building content around, and find that demographic and that niche. That's what I did with my Fiesta ST. I made like 20 plus videos with that car. I built my audience to start, from the ground up from there. Also, another one that we did was my Honda Civic. Those two cars were kind of, obviously I had them on a separate, time frames. I had the Civic first, built that up. That was kind of the initial audience. And then the Fiesta ST, built that up. That was another initial audience. So I'm starting to get automotive enthusiasts. I wanted to build a brand that was more so separated off of my personal brand on what I do, and my name. So I made it Simple Builds. So that was kind of my target there with my brand, was starting and building a brand with many different vehicles that we can kind of create content on. But looking back, if I were to start over, I would have probably branded it closer to myself so that my personal brand will be able to branch off and do other avenues from there. But I have that baseline of following from my personal brand with that car that everyone kind of knows you for, and keep that car, build that car and keep it. Don't sell it. I regret selling my Honda Civic. I kind of don't regret selling the Fiesta ST because that was a big learning process and I cut the fenders pretty much ruined it. That's besides the point. Pick a lane, stick with it, find whatever that might be, whether you are, doing certain different types of content, like, you do the POV videos, you could be that kind of creator, or you could be, I recommend maybe not doing car reviews because that's a little bit oversaturated, unless you have a different market, where you have, some spin-off with your car reviews. You do them differently. You need to find out what you're going to do, kind of stick with that, and then go from there, and you grow from there. It's okay to not know exactly what you want to do right out the gate. Just start posting content. But this is a general consensus around this topic. What I was just saying, document for the second point. Don't wait for perfection. Do daily modifications. Those can be cheap, simple, easy. Start doing them. Your repairs, document the repairs. Anything that you do with your builds, whether you go shopping on Marketplace, for a new part, and then you show the process you go in to pick it up, show the negotiation, share every aspect of the project that you are working on. Like I said, those repairs, the behind the scenes, those videos are building your reputation. They're building your brand. They're more powerful than waiting for, let's just say, a full build reveal all in one, because you can do that as well. Those perform very good. That is a really big hack that I won't get into right now too much, but those quick all-in-one build videos, they are high performers. So we can talk about that in a future video, but don't wait for perfection. Just get out there, start creating content, and you will find your lane. Short form fuels your long form content. Use Reels, use TikTok, and use Shorts on YouTube to push traffic to YouTube, whether it's, like I said, a YouTube Short, an Instagram Reel, a TikTok video. Post about your long form content and drive traffic to those. Those have been, that's been a big, life hack, I guess YouTube hack for me, is posting short form content and then funneling them on to the long form content, because they get excited, they want to see more, they jump over there to your long form. And there's many different strategies that you can do this. You can mess this up if you're not careful, but generally making short form content will lead them through the rabbit hole of your brand. If your content is interesting enough for what they want to see, then they'll go in there, they'll start to watch more of your content long form. Stuff you can post every day is a garage vlog, $100 mod test, whatever that might be. It could be cheap mods, it could be expensive mods. Just document it. POV drives, those always perform very well. You can get a very simple setup. You could even use your phone. Don't worry about buying an expensive camera or buying some suction cup mount. It can be a very simple setup with your phone, and it attaches around your head with a head strap. Whatever it might be, you can find easy ways to create this content. Explain common fixes on your platform. You're starting to build more of a target demographic with people that are sticking with you. These are ride or dies, people that might follow you from your Civic build. Maybe it's a BMW you have, maybe an Evo, whatever it might be. These people are going to start following you for that platform, and you're going to build this base from there. Whether you keep going with that one platform or not, that is probably one of the best routes, because then you can start maybe positioning into products that are specifically centered for those type of vehicles. Whatever it might be, that's getting into more like the monetization, the long-term strategy. We can jump into that further as well. But the most important thing is the consistency factor. Post every day. It compounds. Trust me. You want to be posting every single day. Post something on your Instagram story if that's all you can do. Post a photo on your Instagram. Higher performing things to do is posting short form on your Instagram Reels, posting a short form on TikTok, post a short form on YouTube, and weekly. Make sure you get a weekly YouTube video up there. And this is if you guys are ready to start taking this seriously. This is not, these tips aren't for the average Joe Schmo that wants to just, post a video here and there. These are for people that want to take automotive content seriously. You want to build a brand. You want to build a personal brand. You want to build, an online presence, whatever it might be, and you want to be able to monetize this in the future and have this become your part-time or full-time gig, because there is some serious money to be made in the content space, especially in this niche, which is what I love. And that's why I talk about being an automotive creator, because I love cars, I love creating content, and I love business. So these are the things that I really enjoy. If you guys enjoy this stuff too, hopefully you can follow along and grab some, valuable pieces of content or, tips from me, from what I talk about. Monetization, this is a whole nother topic in itself, But here's some basic ones. Some ad revenue. Ad revenue just comes, every month from YouTube. You can get on TikTok, create a rewards program. They pay pretty good for automotive creators as well. Brand deals. Brands will pay you to be able to create content and put them either an integration in your video or it's a full dedicated video. It could be an ad segment, in one of your videos. It could be a dedicated short form piece of content. Many different ways that brands will be looking to hire automotive creators, especially those automotive brands, which means you get free parts and you get paid for it. So you can do a little bit of both. You can just get the free parts, which that alone is saving you money, which is an amazing perk. I remember my first big brand deal where I got a ton of parts for a build and I didn't have to come out of pocket for any of it. I was like, what is life? So very exciting things to be had there. You can do smaller giveaways. You can, run a giveaway with, car parts. Like I said, maybe targeting just Civic, owners. Now you can do a giveaway on Civic suspension, Civic wheels, whatever it is. Smaller stuff could be, a smaller like T-shirt giveaway, whatever it might be. I'd make it something maybe more valuable than clothing, but again, we can get into more of this monetization stuff in a future video. But those smaller giveaways, you don't have to give away a car. Don't overwhelm yourself. I didn't give away my first car until I think year 4, maybe year 3. But definitely don't start off with trying to compete with these big dogs. The giveaway space and the automotive giveaway space, car giveaway space is a whole rabbit hole. But obviously, we can get into all of that. I can break down all the giveaways that I've done. Share, profit, revenue, gross, whatever it might be. We can talk about all that. Affiliate links. This is pretty much a no-brainer. Just drop in the links for affiliates. You can get Amazon affiliate links. You can go to the specific brand and talk to them and ask them if they can have you can have affiliate link. Some of them have them easily accessible where you can just grab an affiliate link and plug and play that into your YouTube description. So that's also another option. You're going to be posting these parts already. You probably bought them. I know one guy in my community right now, in the private free community that's going to be linked down below. We help you guys do all this stuff in depth. He posted about doing an install on headers for his car. He could reach out to that company and say, hey, I'm posting a video about these headers. If you would like, I can drive traffic to my audience, whether it be big or small. That's a free advertisement for them. You can ask them for a link to put down below in the description, or just grab an Amazon link if it's a part that's available on Amazon, and you can get a percentage from them buying through your link down below. That's another whole rabbit hole. We can go on and on about affiliate strategies. You can get on the TikTok shop affiliate, another whole avenue. There's many different ways to monetize, guys, and we can break down every single one of them, but that's not what this video is for. Just to kind of give you guys the basics and start to see how this can work, how it can become a part-time, very high-paying part-time or very well-paying full-time gig, whether it just pays your bills. You can grow this into multi-million-dollar business, guys. There's big potential here. The eyeballs and audience can grow big revenue. So that is the obviously top line of any business, and then you can grow down the funnel from there. And get people interested in whatever it might be that you're selling, whether it just be AdSense or ad revenue from getting views on your content, or through its brand deals, giveaways, affiliate links. Build consistency, and that will start the funnel going from there. You guys have to be on top of this stuff. If you especially want to take it seriously. I've been working nonstop for the past 4 or 5 years doing this and building this. It's no joke. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not for the guys that want to dabble here and there. Of course, you can do that, but is your growth going to be as fast as you'd like? Probably not. So there's different, people that are going to be at different levels. But if you really want to attack this, guys, I can lay down the exact game plan and guidelines, and all of that stuff will be linked down below, and that'll be in my free community. But I hope this gives you guys, a good baseline. If you're serious about growing, start posting today. Literally, go post something. Walk around your vehicle, go outside, post a 2-minute long YouTube video. It doesn't have to be 8 minutes. You're not average. You're not monetized yet. You need about 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours, I think, right now on YouTube. So if you have that, even better. Go out there and film another piece of content for your monetization, or for your YouTube video rather, and maybe get some monetization from it. Whatever it might be, just start posting. You guys have to get in there. You have to hit it hard. You have to grind hard. And I believe fully that you guys can reach all of your goals, whether that maybe is not by the end of this year. if you want it to be, it definitely is possible. It could potentially replace your full-time income by the end of this year. If you guys want tips and tricks on how to do all this, I am running a challenge right now inside my ACA, which is Automotive Creator Academy. We're holding each other accountable. We have about 250 plus members in there. It's completely free. Join us if you want to grind together. If you guys want to grow together, I'm going to be dropping a ton of sauce in there. So you do not want to miss out. Trust me. I hope this video was valuable for you guys and you took some piece of value from this. It's a very top line, basic start, but this is the strategy that I would follow. And you guys can plug and play. I'm not going to hold your hand unless you want me to. Check the link down below. We can do that and get that stuff going soon. But not offering anything like that just yet. Everything's completely free. So hopefully you guys can, gain some value from this. Like I said, hit it hard, grind, make it happen. Get out there, film some cool car content, and you never know when your first, viral video could pop off and give you guys that push that you need to really keep going. Somebody actually just posted in the free community right now. They just had their viral video from taking just a few tips from the community. So super valuable stuff over there. Jump in there. There's a bunch of guys that are like-minded, just like you and me, that love cars, love creating content, and could potentially turn it into their side gig, or full-time gig. So check it out. I appreciate you guys tuning into this one. And if you found any value from this, drop a comment down below and join us over in ACA down below. It's completely free. The first link in the description. So hopefully I'll see you guys over there.